Good morning, folks. Hope you're having a fantastic Friday morning. It's the end of the week. I know for some of us it's been a crazy week, but we're wrapping things up. Hope it's been a great day for you thus far. Verse for the day is Matthew 25, verse 40, where Jesus says, For as much as ye have done it unto the least of these, my brethren, ye have done it unto me. And in the context, he's talking about a king who's going to turn to those who are his children and say, I was naked and you clothed me. I was in prison and you visited me. I was hungry and you gave me food to eat. I was thirsty and you gave me something to drink. And the people that he's talking to are going to respond and saying, when did we see any of you experiencing any of these things? And he responds to them and says, inasmuch as you've done it unto the least of these, my brethren, you've done it unto me. Here's my encouragement for you today. I know there are those who are struggling during this pandemic. I know there are those who right now are dealing with a massive crisis of flooding going on and devastation in their homes. My encouragement to you is to find a way to reach out to somebody else. Somebody who's worse off than you are, because there's always somebody who's worse off than you. Find a way to be a blessing to somebody else, to meet a physical need, to reach out and be an encouragement, to visit them when they're, I don't know, social distancing right now, but to find a way to reach out, to write a card, to make a phone call. Why? Because when you do something as a believer to reach out to somebody else, you're doing it unto God, unto Jesus Christ. That's the teaching of this passage. You know, I've seen this in action so many times. It was my privilege Sunday afternoon to be a part of a group from our church that was going and helping those whose homes have been destroyed. We were in a couple different homes that afternoon, and people are shell-shocked. They're devastated, but they're also overwhelmed by the grace and the kindness of God's people being showered upon them. It was our privilege to work with Samaritan's Purse and to reach out to people and actually be able to give Bibles out and share the gospel as we helped them clean up their homes, as we helped them disinfect and move things to the curb, as we will give additional help in getting it ready to rebuild. And I was reminded of this passage as I watched our people in action and displaying and demonstrating the love of Christ in action. As much as you've done it unto the least of these, my brethren, you've done it unto me. Go find somebody this week. Go find somebody this weekend who's worse off than you are and be an encouragement. Find a way to be a blessing. Why? Because you'll be credited for it, and it's just when you do it for them, it's just as if you're doing it for Christ. That's my encouragement for you today. I'll see you next time.